Hi, welcome back to Wallflowers. So today we're basically carrying on where we left off yesterday. We're just doing the home improvements to our living room. I think I showed you the peel and stick wood grain that we're actually using to uplift our white skirting boards. And Mr. Wallflowers is just about to do that for us now. This has been cut to scale. And he's got a long sheet ready to do this piece of skirting board behind me. We had some really good luck today. I had been looking on the Facebook marketplaces and the free sites and the cheap sites to see if I could buy a Kallax. And we wanted a double large Kallax to fill a lot of space in this wall. It was something we toyed with for a while. We priced one on Marketplace, which would have been £40, and it was a beautiful size, high gloss and white. Unfortunately, it was quite a distance away from where we live. It was in a place called Leeds, and it would have cost us approximately £50 diesel to go and collect it. So with the price of the unit being £40, £50 diesel would have cost us £90. Then the trouble of getting it in the van as one piece or dismantling it and then having to restage it getting home. So we dropped that idea. We saw another free one, and that one was in a place called Sale, but it was rather tatty and quite old and it had a couple of chips in, so we decided against that one. And today we had to take our son Oscar to Wigan, job search related. And whilst we were there, we took a look around a shop called The Range, just to see different prices. The plant I'd gone to buy in the discount charity shop had been lowered, so it was no longer £40, it had been dropped to £30. And in The Range it had a much bigger, much larger one, which was £40 as well. But whilst we were there, we actually took a look at the Kallax, and they originally should have been £40 each, and these were the last two on the shelf, and for some reason they were discounted to £25 each. So to get them, have them conveniently, Oscar and Mr. Wallflowers could carry them to the vehicle for me and have them home the same day for £25 each was an irresistible bargain because we've been looking for them. So we got two of them, one here and one here, still in the tap pile from yesterday.
It's getting smaller.
The tap pile's getting smaller, it's getting a little bit more organised. So we grabbed them, so that's £50 we've spent. Now, for the last couple of weeks, I've not done any shopping, so the money that I've saved from the shopping is actually afforded us to buy these, which is an absolute blessing. And at the rate Oscar eats food, we're still doing particularly well, so I'm hoping Carol and I go shopping tomorrow just to keep us topped up with fresh food. So yeah, we got two of these for £50, so they are now going to be in this space rather than the the plant graveyard that was here previously. So we've removed everything, we've dusted down, removed the cobwebs, and Mr. Wallflowers is now going to start the process of the skirting boards. So in you go. As I say, he's cut it to scale.
You've already measured this.
Sorry?
Already measured this one.
Yeah.
Squeeze a little bit up at a time.
Would you like a cushion?
No, it's okay.
I might have to get a cushion to kneel down beside you. Oi, oi, oi. It might look like it's a yellow haze, but as you can understand, it's not there's nothing wrong with the colouring or the tone on the video. It's actually bright yellow walls. So as I said previously, we ordered this peel and stick from Temu. And when the roll comes in the package, it actually comes along with a smoothing stick, so you can actually get into the corners and rub out any bubbles or any blisters that may occur, hopefully preventing any creases along the way. Originally, when we made the first order of this item, it was just over £5. We're not sure whether we need another roll yet, so we have one in our Temu basket, but it's now increased to something like £6.50, is it, Mr. Wallflowers?
Yeah.
So it's gone up £1. So the first 2 rolls we got cheaper by £1. I think we're not sure yet, but we think we may need one more roll.
Start by just putting it on the top and then folding it down.
Just gives it a cleaner edge. Do you want the tool?
No.
Say it's peel and stick, so you just take the backing peel off and work your way down. Mr. Wallflowers hasn't had his afternoon sleep. He normally is up at 4 o'clock in the morning, works hard all day, and normally has a snooze in the afternoon. But because we had to run Oscar to where he was going today, and we've been out browsing and dolly daydreaming, really, all the things that were in the shops, weren't we? We've come home, had our evening meal, and now it's straight into the decor again to fix the room. But it's coming together, isn't it? You know, we've now got the Kallax boxes. You're now in the process of finishing off the skirting boards for the finishing touches.
Yeah.
The only thing really is looking to see the odd material basket to go in the Kallax, the boxes. So we wouldn't want to fill it with all boxes, we'd just want to do every other one, wouldn't we, or one on each 3-tier. So there'll be 18 holes, won't there?
Yeah.
On the 2 of them fixed together, so we'd be placing one on top of the other, so there'll be 18 holes. What did we call it? Our golf course. Yeah. 18 holes. The 19th hole was always the pub, wasn't it? Yeah. You're happy at how easy this is compared to buying all the wood, sanding it down, attaching it, then staining it. You know, originally I would have loved really large wooden skirting boards stained into the correct colour, but the astronomical cost of that. I appreciate this is plastic and it's not everyone's cup of tea, and it's certainly not ideal, but being on the frugal end, it completely lifts the room for us, because you don't avoid the corners. A stranger coming in or somebody else coming in just for a visit, they're holding eye contact or talking to you or looking at any big thing that would catch your eye. But you personally, in your own space, you see every detail, don't you? You see all the corners and crevices. You can see how quickly this is coming along as well. I can't wait to put it all together, put the calyx up, put the ornaments, the books, the little storagey things that go in the spaces, get the plants organised around it or within it, the big tree in the corner. I mean, the difference it's making between the tatty skirt and board to the luxurious look of what he's doing.
You can trim the edges off, or you can just leave them.
Well, that's my job, isn't it? I'll go in
But I
and
think
trim
it's
it
just
off.
as good if you leave them, because it's...
Do you want to move down? Try and move out your way. You can just see that next to each other. It's a shocking difference. I'll smooth it out slightly more. That's what I do along the way. I might decide to trim those edges off just to tidy it up a dot more. Yeah. Smashing. It's the little things that make such a big difference, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's quicker than painting as well.
Yeah. Much quicker than painting
You don't have
it.
to
Yeah.
wait for it to dry.
And it's not all the way up the wall or on the floor or spilt.
So it'll be behind.
Do you remember the time we had some spare paint? The lid wasn't quite intact and Oscar knocked it.
Yeah.
And we ended up with, we had carpets at that time, didn't we? It was all over the carpet, half a tin of white paint. That was the end of the carpet, wasn't it? Never ever. We tried everything, didn't we?
Yeah.
But that stiffness never came out of that patch, did it?
No. You remember that time when you dyed the carpet?
In the old house, our eldest son was just a baby. And we'd had a beige carpet in the dining room for quite a while. Beautiful carpet, really good quality. And after baby food had been spilt and cleaned up several times, the carpet was never the same, was it? With it being such a light beige. So I decided, trying to be creative and frugal, if I bought clothes dyes and I dyed the carpet, maybe we could have a grey carpet, a black carpet, and we could still keep that carpet but change it to colour. So I spent days and days applying the dye. It took weeks and weeks to dry. The colour was never even, was it?
No.
It stunk to the high heaven because the floor was wet for so long. It was just an utter disaster. And that was another carpet we lost. It would have had to be changed out anyway, but dyeing your own carpet at home. I kept thinking, why has no one else done this? Oh my gosh, I've invented something. I've invented dyeing carpets at home. But no, it doesn't work, folks, so don't try it. Maybe there's a new fandangled way since then, I don't know. But at that point, using clothes dye isn't the right way to go about it.
You live and learn.
Live and learn, flower.
just on the corners, we just have to fill in just like a triangle.
Can I just come up closer?
Because it's quite wide from the wall. So when we put another piece on there, it'll cover to here. So there'll just be a little gap that we'll just have to fill in with a little triangle bit that you're not going to see.
It's hidden behind the curtain anyway, isn't it? Well, our draft excluding curtain that we put in place middle of last year. That's kept the draft out most of the winter. Got a nice little wrought iron pole, nice little wrought iron tie back and a black curtain. It just keeps that draft out a little bit extra.
10 minutes to update your skating boards.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Just needs the corners fixing and the next piece. And then we can get that calyx set up. That'll be tomorrow's video. Setting up the calyx, putting the finishing touches in, showing the tree off, putting the wood section where it should be and tidying that up a little. Okay, so what would you like to say, Mr. Wallflowers?
Thanks for joining us. If you get a chance, try and buy some of this and update your skating boards. Quick and easy and cheap.
What will we attach on the bottom of the video? Well, we're trying to learn how to put either our code over the top of the video rather than just in the pinned comments or in the description. We're finding it quite difficult to do the promotion over the video itself, so if anyone can advise us and help us, we'd really appreciate that. We're not too au fait on modern we know how to download, upload, but how to, what's it called, overlay details, or how to do markings over the top of the video. We're not sure how to do that. So if you would like to use our code for Temu, you can find it in the pinned comments and also in the description. And as I say, you get £100 worth of vouchers. I'm sorry if I keep repeating this, but until I can actually work out how to do it in just an overlay, it'll be much more simple. But yeah, everything, this peel and stick we've purchased ourselves. So yeah, we'll end it here. We'll speak to you again tomorrow, and hopefully we can give you the final image. Okay, it's good night from him.
Good night.
And it's a good night from me. Stay safe, remember you're loved, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.